Happy Tuesday evening. And we're starting off with weather tonight because all the schools are closed tomorrow.
Breaking news.
Breaking news, yeah. So all of this fun yellow and pretty colors are coming our way.
Pretty colors.
So we're supposed to get like up to 70-mile-per-hour gusts, Jeff. Did you realize that?
Well, I was surprised that the girls' school I just texted Riley and her response was, "Yeah, boy." She's at school tomorrow. Yeah, no, I knew it was going to be storms coming through, but I didn't think it was like school closing storms.
Yeah, so I guess with the wife was telling me that with the buses, they just can't take a chance with the buses, especially these days. Everybody is so scared, first of all, of somebody getting hurt, which is rightfully so.
Yeah,
and a lot of kids within a mile of the schools have to walk. So imagine somebody walking and getting taken away by a tornado or something. Yeah.
Can we just keep school open for the bad kids? So like anybody with 2.0 or less grade point average has to go to school tomorrow, and anybody from 2 and above. Oh wait, I would have been going to school.
I mean, I guess that could be a thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you think of it like, okay, a little wind and rain, but yeah, you're right. I mean, especially that thing in South Carolina here. So if you live within X miles of the school, you don't have bus transportation. So that's why it's a parade past my house, Robin, in the morning here. Like there's kids on bikes and scooters and walking and them little freaking scooters, man. Have you seen how fast them things go?
Yes, I have. My grandson's in one of those scooters.
They go too fast.
I
don't know if it's the dad or the ex-paramedic in me.
Just for those.
Yeah. You should have to have a driver's license and insurance on those things.
Like a moped license.
Yeah.
We're in like a 3, and it goes up to 5. As far as high risk, moderate risk, we're in an enhanced risk. And so there's, potential threat for damaging winds, possible tornadoes, and hail.
Traffic is going to be horrible.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be mostly in the morning. And so what's too bad is that like we've seen a few of these storms come through before, and they're through pretty quick.
Right.
And it'll be a fast moving storm from what I'm hearing. But again, you just can't take the chance.
Mm-mm.
Now, if I get scared tomorrow, Mark, will you or will you not snuggle with me if I'm scared?
I'll give you the side hug.
That's the best I can get. All right. I'll take what I can get.
No kissing.
Strangers get the side hug.
I didn't want to kiss. I didn't bring up kissing. I just said snuggle.
Kissing, no cheek to cheek or any of that.
No slow dancing involved.
No, Lord.
Well, I did call my mother and tell her to take all the stuff off the back porch.
Yes.
Because Martha Stewart over there has all the doilies and pillows and decorations and glass and ceramics, and the grill blows over all the time. So I said, shut it down. And I just texted Andrea and the girls. Andrea had to run out to Family Dollar, I think. The light beside my bed burned out last night. And so she said she got the last one at Family Dollar, and she wants to go there because they last forever. Well, apparently they don't, because it burned out last night.
Yeah.
But special trip.
Jackie said, so mad that the kids are home tomorrow. Yeah, all the parents are mad.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, but I get it.
You see, listen, if you're really upset the kids are home, stick them outside. We'll see what happens.
It's fit of the fittest. I mean,
survival of the fittest, right? Survival.
There you go.
You were meant to have them.
There you go.
All right, let's get right into numbers tonight, Jeff. What do you think? Let's
bring it, Hoss.
So our normal weekly question is: how many homes last week went under contract that were over $1 million? We've been averaging somewhere around 26, except for the last 2 to 3 weeks have been exorbitantly higher. So get your answers ready for the comments. Pop in your answers. But last week, 271 residential properties went under contract. And I get this email from a smart guy that crunches all these numbers every so often, and he was telling me actually we are down a little bit still from last year. Nationwide numbers are also down, and that the inflation rate is still up a little bit. So it's this really weird turmoily type or time of the country, I guess, and all the big government changes. Things are just not moving as fast as what we saw last year, anyways.
Yeah, we've seen that in this market too.
Yeah.
We've turned into a little bit more of a buyer's market in this area. I'm curious Robin, how many houses do you think are on the MLS right now? Remember, weren't we like 4? We were down to like 1,000, and then we were back up around 4,000, weren't we?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, and it was so weird because it actually came up in my memories the other day because COVID had just started.
Oh,
and so we actually had dwindled down really fast right in 2020. But yeah, I'm going to say, ooh, that's a tough number, Jeff. That's a tough one.
I think we're at 4,250 right now.
All right, Robin, what's your guess? Don't you be looking down at your phone.
I'm gonna say 35.
Eyes up, Missy.
35.
No, we're at 41.46.
So kind of in between-ish.
Oh, okay, yeah, but Mark wins. I mean, you could say in between-ish, but Mark was way closer.
Hey, Heidi and Wes, how are you guys? From Chile, Connecticut. We want a yard with a palm tree. Be safe. We will.
Hey, listen, palm trees. So I learned when I moved here, my horticulturist, my landscaper, my purveyor of palm trees.
Love it.
I had them delivered. My arborist. I had palm trees delivered to my house before my furniture arrived. If I'm moving from Pittsburgh, I'm having palm trees in the front yard and the backyard. So I had 2 put in at my old house, and I had 2 put in at this house. And I learned a little something about palm trees. The root ball they have takes a really long time to get secure. Mm-hmm. So you really should have those palm trees either tied up, or you've seen the 2x4s and like a tripod kind of a deal before. Yeah, for a full year, because a windstorm like tomorrow can pop them little suckers right over.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then it'll start growing crooked like the.
Yeah. We're sorry, Mark. We're done.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut Robin off.
But I will say one more thing about palm trees.
Oh.
Spend the extra money. You can get the crew cut palm trees that have just the little cone head looking things, or you could get the ones like Robin's doing where all the fronds, they have the fronds still on them. And I think it's only a couple $100 more. But them things take longer than you think to grow in. So, instead of spending $800 on one with a crew cut, spend $1,000 on it. And that might even be more than they are.
Giant porcupine.
Yeah, and get the ones that have the doohickeys that are already still there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Imagine if anybody was watching this right now that didn't have the volume on, they just see me doing this and you're doing this. And all right, I'm done.
Jeff is just impatient. That's why he needed the palm tree with it already grown. And I get it. I'm the same way. I
wanted the good-looking palm tree. I don't want my palm tree to look stupid for the first year.
You've already paid for it, right? Why wait?
I paid all this money. I want to look at a real palm tree. I was afraid the other palm trees in the neighborhood would make fun of it. I felt bad about that.
All right, 271 properties went under contract last year. Out of those 271, 212 were single-family homes. So I need a number from all the audience out there right now. Throw it in the comments. How many of those 212 were over $1 million? Jeff says 32.
And I drew a picture of Cheetah also.
That Cheetah's skinnier than that. She would be mad at that.
Well, I'm not a very good drawer.
Robin says 13.
If Robin wins, I'm going to be ticked. She's way low.
She is way low. Ken says 37.
That's a good guess.
Valerie 75. Dwayne Crawford. 37.
Valerie's going all in. Valerie thought it was a good week.
Sharon Mercer Klim 26. Peggy 43.
Hey, don't you be changing the answers just because your wife responded. You tell the truth.
Lisa Silva says 26.
She's trying to be like Sharon.
Rose says 40. I haven't been putting these on the screen. I've just been calling them out.
Look at you.
Rose says 40.
Rose.
Lisa said 26 twice. Does that mean it's 52?
Yes, Lisa guessed 52.
She gets 52.
I think Lisa might be having an adult beverage tonight. And that's okay.
Like, did that go through? The correct dead-on answer is on the screen. Miss Rose.
Oh, Rose got it.
Woo!
Good job, Rose. Good job.
Lost again. Listen, I get this so Lisa is drinking. Good for you, Lisa.
She should share.
Yeah, we should do that. We should do that some night and do one with a couple adult beverages.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quit guessing. I'm never right. I've been really off for.
You got it once.
I nailed it once, but
yeah, you got it once.
I'm afraid people think I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to real estate because I lose every week.
That was me last week with John or Mike and Dwayne, and I lost every one. That's why you're much better going out with those guys.
Yeah. You don't listen.
Robin,
you and us in the meeting when you come to town to talk about all the neighborhoods, but when it comes down to getting in the car and going with people, our team knows more than we do.
Yeah. So bank-owned foreclosures and short sales. We haven't seen a lot of those, and we're still not. There are only 2 of them out of the 212 were bank-owned. So that means I feel like people are still paying their mortgage and are able to sell homes, and it's not 2008 like some people are threatening on YouTube and saying the world is falling, the world is crashing.
Yeah. At least not
I used to be the short sale queen.
Oh yeah?
Did you work those back?
I was one of the first who got a short sale through in 30 days.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, yep. Mark, you've never done one. I haven't done one.
Yep.
And they're Robin, they're kind of a whole different animal, right?
Absolutely, it is. The paperwork is different. I mean, you have to go through so many different channels to get approvals. It could take up to 120 days just to get an approval back on your offer. You know what I mean? So yeah, you have to have agents that are in contact with this person, that person. Like I was making phone calls every day.
So it's the banks that would hold up everything because they
absolutely yes. Because look, it's not just one person who gives the okay. It goes through about 4 different channels. Yeah. 4 different people have to okay it through the line, and that could take weeks.
Talk about being patient.
Yeah, I know, right? But that was a thing back then.
I mean, that's okay if you're trying to snatch up a bunch of houses as an investment, but if this is the one you're going to move into, that doesn't work so well.
Exactly. Yeah. So it wasn't just a quick turnaround. Like short sale does not mean quick turnaround.
Yeah. And we just haven't seen that in this market. Now, if you go on the social media, we've been starting to see things about, how many thousands or millions of people took adjustable rate mortgages back in 5-7 years ago, and they're about to be coming due, and so people that were at 3% are now going to be at 9% or whatever it is,
or even a little bit higher depending on how they treated their credit.
So we might see a little bit of that maybe.
Yeah, I think maybe just a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be anything near what it was. Not even close.
And even if it is, I just don't see that in Charleston.
No, neither do I.
Or Myrtle or Greenville or Hilton Head these are all strong areas.
Exactly. There's too many tourists there. It's all an attraction, and people are moving to South Carolina by the droves. I mean, that's what everybody's complaining about on social media who live here. But let me tell you, these are the people who bring the industry. They bring the business. They bring the new businesses. So,
see what Mark and I
people. Mm-hmm.
Mark, where were we today? That whole area up around
Berkeley Bay,
Volvo?
Berkeley Bay
Ooh.
in Ridgeville. It's the neighborhood is called Camp Hall, and it's
Ooh.
up by the Volvo plant.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Huge industry coming up there.
Yep.
Yep.
Huge.
You remember when that was nothing but woods? It's
It
crazy.
was all woods, and now Volvo's up there.
Yep.
And a bunch of other businesses that
Yep.
support Volvo have moved in.
Yep.
And so
And
they're
it's
going
real
to
simple to get there to Somerville. I mean, literally
Oh, yeah.
now you can get there. It used to be like 10 to 12 minutes. It's like 5 to 8 minutes now.
And they're talking about putting a railroad line through there to
Mhm.
service all that industry out there.
Yep.
It's a cool place. Like there was just miles and miles of walking and biking trails. There's a refuel station up there, which you feel like is in the middle of nowhere. Like, what is this gas station here? And then and beside it, there was a park with volleyball nets and basketball and pickleball. And it's
going to be so cool.
Attention up
That's
there.
actually like a nice little stop for those who are traveling on the interstate and, have to kind of get off. I mean, that's kind of like a supreme spot right there.
Yeah, before you get into Charleston and Somerville and start to get a little more heavy. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Little downtime. That's good.
So out of those 212, Jeff, in the Berkeley Dorchester kind of area for Somerville, Ladson, Hanahan, Goose Creek, Monk's Corner, we had 93 of those 212 that went under contract. So definitely continues in these two counties up here to dominate for sure. Mount Pleasant did have 29. North Charleston had 20 of them. So your median prices from Mount Pleasant were $925, and then Somerville Ladson was $360, and Hanahan, Goose Creek, Monk's Corner was $380. So $600,000 difference almost.
That number shocks me every week. The difference between Somerville and Mount Pleasant.
Yeah,
right?
Mount Pleasant is wonderful, but I love Somerville.
Yeah, it's growing. It's becoming the place to be.
Yep.
Yeah. 50 condos and townhomes. So we're actually about to get some townhomes again. We thought they were going to be condos right in the middle of Nexton, across from downtown Nexton. But we drove by there the other day, and Stanley Martin's building them, and I think they're actually going to be townhouses now. They must have had to change the zoning or something. I don't know.
Ah, interesting.
Townhouses are great, but what a lot of people don't realize is the regime fees that goes along with them.
Yeah.
And Andrew and I, our first house was a townhouse, and for us it was great. We didn't have to mow the grass, and so it was a great first house. But what do you think the average regime fees we see in Next in Somerville? Anywhere from $150 to $275?
Oh,
I don't even know they're 150 anymore.
Yeah, the ones up in by Jedburgh Road were 260, and that was on the low side.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So
yeah, I think maybe some of the lowest maybe about 180, 190.
Oh. So if you think about this and you're looking at buying a house, you say, okay, well, I can buy a house for $400 that's really nice, or I can buy a nice townhouse for $320. Well, when you start to count what would that $275 a month you're going to pay in a regime fee for the maintenance on the townhouse into a mortgage, there's not as much of a difference at the end of the day, dollars out the door on a regular basis between that house and the townhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Pamela says, wasn't Somerville declared the fastest growing city in the United States?
One of them.
Hey, Siri.
I think it was like
the fastest growing city in the United States? All right. 20 fastest growing cities. Let's see what
when is that from?
It was within like the first
7. 2010 to 2025, it says. That's a big range.
Yeah. So I know as far as like homes searched, the 29486 in Somerville was in the top 10. but I don't know about fastest growing. It's probably definitely up there though.
So this is actually doing metro areas.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be Somerville, it would be Charleston, and Charleston is number 4 on this list.
Number 4. There you go.
You want to give some guesses as to now this has changed. This has got to be, this is a little bit old because this has got Orlando as number 3.
Oh,
And I feel like Orlando's heading in a different direction, don't you?
yes.
Well, at least with condos there.
Robin,
With
did you hear about the condo here in Charleston?
Do what?
Did you hear about the condo building here in Charleston that had an
I did. I
evacuation
read
order?
about that. That was horrible. I was even telling my husband, I was like, oh my gosh, that's like a lawsuit heaven right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Because they had to evacuate. They couldn't take any furniture. They couldn't take their belongings necessarily. Like, that's a lawsuit. Like,
It was
that's
surprising
just
because
crazy.
that is a really
Crazy.
beautiful building right down by the Ravenel Bridge overlooking the
Right.
harbor. And it's an older building. It's all very new looking, and the apartments or the condos are very new looking inside. I looked at some resales in there. But yeah, they last Wednesday gave an evacuation order. Everybody had to be out by 5 o'clock on Friday because it wasn't. So my original thought was, is this because of the salt air and the being close to the ocean, and sometimes we see that deteriorate, and that's not what this was. This is, they just built it wrong in the first place.
The whole structural issue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they said the slabs were significantly overstressed in this article, and that was the reason for the evacuation order. The structure has insufficient capacity to continue to be safely occupied until substantial structural strengthening is implemented.
They did this up in Myrtle to a building. I read an article said that they had kind of the same issue, and they were able to get it fixed, but it took like 3 months, if I remember right, and the one up in Myrtle to get done. I wonder if you could just kick all the fat people out. I wonder if just skinny people lived in that thing.
I don't know, because with that being concrete, I figure like they would have to go up underneath the structure.
Yeah.
To stabilize it. You know what I'm saying? To pour more concrete to stabilize it. Because man, that must have been a really thin base, is what that was. Horrible for those people.
Jerry's got a question. When we buy with you guys, do you know an interior decorator we can work with to pick out furniture and accessories, full furnishings? So actually, I've been working, Jeff, to find an interior decorator to go on our business network preferred vendor list.
Yeah.
And I got one to respond to me yesterday or day before. I don't know. Day before or yesterday. Her name is Holly, and she has a BFA in interior design. And like 17 people recommended her on the Cane Bay page. So I feel like she's probably somebody that we'll start to do business with. We'll throw her on our business network page. She really is able to piecemeal it together. So if you just need her help for picking out colors, she said she'll do that. If you want, the full blown gamut of all furnishings, she can help with that too. So we thought that was great.
I think that Mark and I should be allowed to design somebody's house.
Oh, no.
I think that would be beautiful.
No.
And if you ask Robin to do it, it's all going to be pink, as you can tell by the background of her.
Yeah.
I like turquoise too. I like sea colors. I mean,
Be unicorns in your bathroom.
So yes, Jerry, the answer is yes. We now have somebody that we can refer. We had some people before, and they either left the area or didn't respond well, and this person is responding super well. So
Jerry, all you got to do is go over to Tomlinson's on Dorchester Road. It's a store. They've got everything in there. And Mark and I can go over with you. We got you covered, buddy.
They'll pick brown, and brown.
Camouflage also, please.
And just so you guys know too, on our website, if you go up here to preferred professionals and click on this business network, we're going to start well, we have had it in there for at least 2 years or so of all the people that we like to deal with and that we recommend and the people that let me make it bigger. Sorry, Jeff.
We got in trouble this week.
What do you mean?
Because we didn't have somebody on there that we just forgot to put on. It's who we've been. Joe's Carts, Robin, wasn't on there. Like we always talk about.
You
Joe's
lie.
Carts.
You even had a man on your show.
Well, he was on the show, and we just forgot to put him on the list here. And he sent us a very nice note. It's like, "Hey, could you add me to your?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, how did we miss that?"
That's who you were missing.
Yeah.
I can't.
So yeah, if you're looking, for a house cleaner, for home equity loan, refinance, roof, everything is on here. If we don't have it on here, let me know so that I can either put it on there because it's probably in my phone, or we can find a person for you that we know, like, and trust, and all that.
Yeah, and these aren't people that we're just picking out of a phone book.
Yeah,
these are people that have done our houses or our clients' houses, and we know these people.
Yeah. Lisa says, Jerry, we're from Rhode Island. I bought my furniture up north and moved it down here with other belongings. It was a good move because the sales tax here is significant.
Oh.
Yeah, what is it? It's depending on the county. It could be 7-8%, right?
Yeah.
I think it's about up to 8 now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's higher. I know it's higher in restaurants and booze.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have like 3 different taxes you have to pay for all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lisa says our list has been great. Thanks, Lisa. Jerry said thanks. Pamela said, I just found the article. Somerville is the most attractive suburb in the U.S. as of November 21, 2024.
Well, that's because Jeff really downhill in the last 4 months. You don't want to be here. It was great last November. It's total crap now. Stay away.
I was saying it's the most attractive because you're here, Jeff.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
what do you think about this shirt? Robin, what do you think about this shirt?
Did you guys coordinate because you knew I was coming on? Y'all decided to wear pink for me?
Look at that.
I feel like I'm matching whatever that thing is behind you. That wall.
I'm gonna bring you guys a treat next team meeting. I promise.
Yay!
It won't be water guns or unicorns or anything else. I promise.
Yeah, so we did team photos this week at the office, and so we all came in and had our photographer extraordinaire Jerry come in and take all of our mugs. So we have new team photos coming. Took a lovely team photo outside.
The sun was killing me, man.
I know, when you're trying to take the picture and not squint.
I'm like, just count down, and then I'll open my eyes.
And somebody was grabbing my butt during the team photo, and then I realized my wife was standing in front of me, so I'm still confused about that.
And it was all guys behind him.
Yeah, it was all guys behind me.
I think it was Dwayne.
He's a
little fishy. I'd be worried about him.
I blame Dwayne.
Yeah. Me too.
So Jeff was even rocking a pink shirt that day.
Love it. Oh.
Jeff, we went over to Horizons in Carnes.
Yeah.
They're really coming along over there, right?
Yeah, so Robin, you got to drive back there someday. It's they've got the fence up all around the property. The guard gate is up. And they've got the
wow.
Not a lot of pads poured, but they have the individual property lines. They got the dirt right where the swales go in between the houses. And so there's the gate. So if you look, I live over in those houses way off to the right, off in the distance there.
Right.
But you're going to come in this front gate there. And Mark, did you find on drone where the amenities were going to be?
Yes. I don't know if it's on this video. I'll have to see when it turns.
Okay.
But these right here are going to be the models, we think, because they're already framing out the foundations.
Yeah.
So that's the model. There's obviously the gate, and you can't really tell on the drone, but these are pretty good berms all the way around here too.
They are.
Wow. Nice.
You're not going to see a whole bunch on there. But yeah, let me find the other video, Jeff, and I'll see if I can't.
I think there's going to be we've heard about 700 homes total in this neighborhood, so it's going to be about half the size that Horizons in Summers Corner is, and they're only doing the 2 smaller series, so they're not going to do the big 3-car garage series. They're only doing the smaller 2. And then something different that we don't know a whole lot about yet. Some kind of quad shared driveway kind of a thing. We're not sure what that looks like yet. We haven't really been able to find any good pictures of it.
Yeah. Wonder how that's going to turn out.
But a lot of people love Horizons out there in Summers Corner, but some of them that don't end up going there, one of the reasons they don't go there is it's a little farther out of town.
Right. Right.
And so I think the Carnes Horizons is going to be a hit.
I have several people already just waiting for information, so I can't wait for it to start sprouting up.
And we decided that they're not going to have the big series there, right? They're only going to have the smaller cottage series, and then the most popular, which is that middle series.
Yeah, that's where we sell. I don't know, Robin. 8 out of 10 of our houses over there is in that mid range.
Yeah.
So the Waverly, the Osprey, a lot of the ones that we think people really like, we think that's what they're going to be doing. And then the biggest difference between Summers Corner and Carnes is going to be it's going to be a different amenity center. So we think they're going to have the outside stuff, the outdoor pool, the pickleball, the tennis, that kind of stuff, but no indoor gym, no indoor pool, but they're going to have access to the Carnes Crossroads Amenity Center, we think, which has the gym.
Right.
Just not the indoor pool.
Okay.
All right. So this is flying in the main entrance. And if you look here in the distance, this looks like a parking lot outlined to me. As we get closer, you'll be able to see it. And then everything along this pond here, I would imagine, is going to be, the pool and patio and chairs and all of that. Because usually they frame out the parking lot first to make sure that they have enough room for the building and the pool and all that. I even thought, let me pause this right here. Do you think this is like a building pad?
Looks fairly squared off.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of looks like it.
Yeah. And then my thought was the pool would go here, and this is just like a covered area for the bathrooms and all of that stuff.
Yeah, that would be possible. That makes sense.
So that's my guess with it, Joe.
The other thing I'm going to love about this, Robin, is the other thing that, Horizons doesn't have in Summers Corner is golf cart ability to stuff.
Yes.
And so here we're going to have access to all the restaurants that are already there. Plus there's lots more coming. The new Publix grocery store is about half built. It's starting to look like a real structure. There's a McDonald's going in over there. There's a rooftop bar that's in there. There's a poke bowl place. There's a Freddy's, which is kind of like a Culver's, like fast food, but nicer. There's a Starbucks. There is a Marriott property convention center coming.
It is just popping up right up over there. I mean, you can't even go down 1 week from the next and there's not something new that they've finished.
Yeah.
It's wild. Love it.
All right. Heidi asked, will Carnes Horizons have an amenity center, gym, and events planner?
Yeah, so we talked about the gym. You're going to have access to the gym over at the Carnes Crossroads Amenity Center, is what we understand. That's this here that he's showing right now. So you're going to have access to this amenity center, plus then your own private pool and whatever else they do in the gated community of Horizons. But if you want to get your water slide on, there it is. This one is going to be, Mark, this was the video you took this week.
It is. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is looking amazing. We've, as the insider, since I live in the neighborhood, I've been told that I think I'm about 6 weeks away from getting my first tour of inside the buildings over there. So as soon as I can, I wonder if I'm gonna have to have a stealthy camera, Mike. Mark, we might have to have like a special pen camera if I'm not allowed to take video in.
They've got the one that goes on your eyeglasses.
Yeah, wait, let's get me that.
Yeah.
And I'll go walking through and get video of everything. So you'll have the gym access here, this pool, and then also over here is the whole agri-hood where they're growing crops and they're going to have a farmer's market vibe thing going on. There's playgrounds. There's pickleball there also. I can't imagine they're not going to put pickleball inside the Horizons, but they'll have pickleball and tennis and basketball and all that in a playground also over here. Yeah, look, Robin, I got crops growing by my house.
Beautiful. I love that.
I
love the versatility of everyone can live in that neighborhood and still get out of it what they need and what they want. I love that.
Yeah. And look, we have a John Deere tractor now.
I know. I saw that big green thing. How
maybe
exciting.
if I sell enough houses, they'll let me drive it. Oh, they get a greenhouse too.
Oh, wow. I just love that. It looks amazing. Perfect.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Carnes, while we're on that topic, they still got some good deals, Jeff.
Have they? They got some good specs working?
Yeah.
They do.
So 13 homes available right now. 20 grand off, 20 grand off, 40 grand off, 10,000 off. What's that? 20 grand off. So, they're not the 100,000 that we had. I think that was a once in a lifetime, just for January type deal.
Yeah.
And luckily one of our clients jumped on it, but these prices.
Yeah.
I
you can
remember
still get 2,500 square feet for under 480,000. I mean, that's really good.
I was just gonna say, I can remember there's a time that you could not get in Carnes under 500,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, good incentives.
And there's if Lennar isn't your thing, there's still lots of great resales in this neighborhood too, from the other builders that were in here, Saucy Burbank and Toll Brothers and Pulte and Eastwood. So there's different ones. There's even some duets. They're kind of a townhouse, kind of like not really townhouse, but two kind of side by side small houses.
Cottages, maybe.
Yeah, the connected, but yeah.
Interesting.
Actually, one of our agents at Realty One has one of those for sale.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
and if you are sickly, the new ish Berkeley Roper Hospital is right out the back door of Carnes. So I could actually get to the hospital now by golf cart.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect for a nurse or someone like that.
Yeah, if anybody worked at that hospital there, Carnes would be a fantastic. You could actually walk.
Yep.
Can we pivot over to Meritage for a minute?
Yeah, you just got some. You were over there today for somebody, weren't you?
I was over there today. I'll pull up that video too. I think I can do that on BombBomb. But one of the ones I wanted to point out, the one that I videoed today, is this Gibson model. It's a 1-story, just under 2,100 square feet for only $530, and it backs up to the lake.
Ooh.
It's 4 bedrooms all on one floor, and 2 of the bedrooms have a Jack and Jill between it. The other bedrooms over off to the side by the garage entrance. And then your main bedroom connects into the laundry room through the closet, and then you've got a big L-shaped porch on the back. Nice. So I'll try to pull up that video while you talk a little bit more about Meritage if you want.
Yeah, it's we haven't closed one over there yet, which I'm really surprised about.
Me too.
Because they have some of the best lots, not even just now on the lake, but the best lots that have ever been on the lake. Like they're gorgeous, and these houses, they're doing cool stuff in them. They're doing the spray-in insulation, so they're super efficient houses, and the back porches are real porches, Robin. They're like wood, not just concrete pads. They're actually wood porches looking out. And a lot of the neighborhood is either backed up to woods or water. So there's not a lot, at least now so far. And even we've seen like how they're building up the neighborhood. It's going to be very few that are back to other houses. So it's going to be a cool neighborhood.
I love how they just have so much different things on. Oh, wow. Look at that. Nice. Oh, the floors are gorgeous.
Here's the secondary bedroom that I just kind of came out of the thing. Let me move up. So this is the primary here. Well,
and they're obviously still working, so they're like mirrors, and they're not done in there yet.
But you can see
that primary connects to a laundry area.
Yeah, so it goes through the bathroom to the closet to the laundry.
Wow.
And then here's the quartz they put in. It had a really cool backsplash too. I don't know if you can see it there.
Oh, well, that's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, I like that. That's super cool.
And the pantry. And then here's the lot. So this is a bridge over here. That will eventually go under and connect to another pond that's pretty big right there. So that's what I was showing right there. And there's another big pond over here, and some new construction will go out that way. But you can take this lake and throw your kayak in right here, and then go around this corner and be out to the 350-acre huge.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
there is and there's a boat launch in that neighborhood also. So if you don't want to launch it out the back of your house, they've got a boat launch there with a pier and over by the pool that's in the neighborhood now.
Yeah.
Wow. Could you imagine coffee out there every morning?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Right. Beautiful. Nice lot.
And some of the ones down the street a little bit that are still available have an even deeper view of the lake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like right down there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty.
And these seem to have a little bit more room on each side of them too. Like that, I thought was a drainage lot, like the drainage was going underground, but it's not. It's just a normal.
It's just how it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I thought that was really cool.
Very nice.
But you see the L shape.
And they've got, so that ranch is on the bigger side of what we see available in ranches in this market. So look at that porch. How nice is that?
So pretty. Wow.
Hey, Robin, this house out that we were in today, we didn't get video of it yet because it's not finished yet, but it's a ranch with a 3-car garage, a mother-in-law suite with a bedroom, living room, and a separate kitchen, plus 2 bedrooms up front of the house with a Jack and Jill in between, and the primary bedroom at the bath in a very large open space. It's a ranch that has a mother-in-law suite built into it, and it's still 3 bed. Look how freaking fast he is. I just, like I say it.
I know, right? I know. How many square feet does that thing have?
It's 2,700 square feet.
Really?
Yeah. So that's a monster.
It has all of that. So they really utilize the space.
3-car garage too.
Wow, that's driving me crazy.
Yeah.
Because they really would have to like get every nook and cranny to utilize every bit of that. Look at that.
And the mother-in-law space was plenty big. Like if you had a separate, not even your mother-in-law. I mean, my mother-in-law's never living in my house. But if you had a college kid or something that you wanted them to have their own space, it'd be really great.
Yep.
Yeah, it says it's 15,
that's a nice floor.
15 by 12 or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, plenty big.
Yeah.
That's a huge mother-in-law suite.
And these lots in this neighborhood, we'll have a video up ready in the next month on this one probably, because they're just from this neighborhood. But the lots out there are quarter acre is the smallest, up to 3/4 of an acre. And okay, Joe, were you on? Were
He
you
wasn't
on
on there.
20 minutes ago when I was apologizing to you?
If that's really what you want to say he was doing. No, I'm joking. I'm so joking.
Talisha says, excellent builder. We agree.
Yes.
Lovely colors. Fantastic floor plan.
That was such a great floor plan. It looks nice.
It's going to be interesting. I think like even if you were looking for, like, Andrew and I are going to want to be in a ranch forever. Like we're okay now with we have the kids' bedrooms upstairs, but as we were to transition into something that would be more of a forever home. Now, granted, I'm going to be in, Four Seasons or Del Webb probably. But if you didn't want to be in a 55 plus community and you were looking for a house, they were doing the Hardy plank siding. Wow. It's Horton's higher level product that they're doing in there. They even had the leathered countertops in some of those. It's so cool. Really? I'm gonna be excited to show that video.
Did we talk about the size of the lots too?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Okay.
Very nice. I can't wait to see that. I love when they come out with new stuff to put into these homes.
Right.
Well, Lennar did this concept, a while back called the Next Gen Home. So you had the now Lennar did it a little different because you had the mother-in-law suite that had an external door so that she didn't have to come in the house at all. Yes. And if I lived with my mother-in-law, that would be superior because then you could just lock that one door on the inside of the house, lock her out, and she could get in and out whatever.
Exactly.
And those they did pretty well, but it's I'm surprised they didn't make more of those. I guess they know what they can sell.
Yeah.
But it's
really
good.
It was actually kind of a little odd because that first door is like right before you get to the front door.
It is. You're walking in the front door and you've got like two external doors.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see that Horton's doing this.
Yeah, very nice. I can't wait to see it.
Hey, Jeff, the other thing I wanted to bring up tonight, if somebody is looking for a quick move-in loft for a active adult 55 plus, so right now, Four Seasons has 6 quick move-ins. 5 of those 6 are lofts. 5 out of the 6.
Wow.
Yeah, that's something that we don't see over at Del Webb. Del Webb has yet to do a spec that has a loft.
Yeah.
And these lofts are really big. You could absolutely have a person live up there, with the exception for the access to the kitchen and the laundry. Like, you'd never have to see them because most of these lofts are a full bedroom, a big living room type space, and a walk-in closet in some of them, and a full bath up there.
Mm-hmm.
Look how big this Mont Blanc loft is, Jeff. 3,200 square feet.
Crazy.
They did one on the Mont Blanc.
Yeah.
It's normally been the Donegals and the Ibizas that they were doing those on. I'm happy to see they did one on a bigger house too.
So they've got one on without the second floor, 2,462 square feet, and then you add almost 800 square feet, and you get the 3,209.
So that one says 3-bedroom,
3.5 bath.
3.5 baths. So that's going to be 2 bedrooms plus a big office space downstairs. So actually, you could function this as a 4-bedroom.
Yeah.
And then the 1-bedroom upstairs with the loft space.
And it's on the higher side, but you're getting 3,200 square feet for that.
Right.
And I bet this is one of the good sites that back up to the water. I'll try to pull up the site map.
Yeah.
But it's on Marsh Cove. And it's
yes.
So it's definitely close to some of yours, actually, Robin. Some of your clients are building over there, right?
Yes, they are.
588. I
think
think
Saturday. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and even if you didn't use that space forever upstairs, it would be nice to have the extra storage space in that loft, because we have so many people coming from basement homes that to have access to more storage space upstairs. My mother in her one house, she used one of the bedrooms as just a storage room. She didn't need the bedroom as a bedroom. And so it was super cool to have just a storage room in there.
Nice.
Oh, look at this, Jeff. It says ready to build. So
They still have one?
They must have opened up a couple lots.
Oh, wow.
Because they got 1, 2, 3 ready to build lots. One of them on the lake. And then the other ones are, interior. And then this is a quick move in.
We'll have to check with him tomorrow and see if the website's right.
Yeah, so this is the Mont Blanc loft right here. Look at the loft, the lake loft. Yeah.
That's going to be
great. That's why it's a little bit higher price.
Yeah, I mean that lot would be $100,000+,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I mean we sold one at $150,000 just for the lot. So
yeah,
which was a different part of the lake, but still.
And I love this part of the neighborhood because you've got really quick access to ride your bike, walk, even take your golf cart from here to the amenity center because there it is right there.
Mm-hmm.
And you got this little pass through between those two houses, so you don't have to go by car. If you would have to go back off this island and then back into the front of the property. But if you go to the amenity center there by golf cart, bike, or walk, you're right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so nice over there. Saturday when I was there, I had my 15-year-old grandson. I showed him how the better half was living. So, the minute we got through the gates and he was in awe of everything, it was crazy. And he was like,
as soon as you see that amenity center, everybody is.
I was like, right, they're living the life, man.
Yep.
That's super nice. All right, those are the big things I wanted to hit on tonight. Does anybody else have any other questions that you want to jump on? I mean, we can always jump on a Zoom call towards the end of this video. We'll have a QR code up, and you can kind of scan that and book a Zoom call with us. But for anybody else, we have a lot of past clients that are always on this. If you have any questions or anybody looking to move to this area, please let us know. Hey, Jeff, go ahead.
Hi. I want to talk with people about going into these builders unrepresented. So we were over at Del Webb. Oh, I got full screen. We were over at Del Webb this week, and there were 7 couples in the Del Webb looking at properties. There was a group with us. We were there with clients, and there was a group there with another realtor. And there was 5 couples that were there. Now, one of them had already bought and they had a realtor that they used to represent them. But some of these people were in there unrepresented. And I can't talk about it on the YouTube. I can't come out and say stuff. I'm not allowed to. We have to have a conversation. There is 0 benefit to going in there without us. You will not pay less for a house than when you're represented by a realtor. And actually, it may be the contrary. It may cost you less to be our client when you buy a house in Del Webb. So just trust me on this. Just call and do a Zoom call with us to talk about it. We do this all day, every day. If I was going to cost you a buttload of money, I get it. But we might end up saving you money on a house. And I promise you, there's not a scenario where you're going to walk in without a realtor compared to working with us and spend less on that house. I even got a banner out of it. Don't go in alone. And unfortunately, because of the way these builders work, most of the time you can't just peek your head in and say, oh, I just want to take a peek at the model house, and then I'll come back with my realtor when it's time to get serious. We're shut out at that point. And we often cannot get ourselves put in to represent you. If you don't go in with a realtor, what you're saying is you want one realtor to represent the builder and to represent you through the process. And that builder, as great as they are, and as great of a relationship as we have with these people, they work for the builder. And so we work for you. I'm done.
Lisa says, very true, Papa Jeff.
Silva, I didn't do anything tonight to deserve Papa Jeff.
So glad we found you and Mark. You guys are the best. Thank you, Lisa. We appreciate it. But yeah, no, I mean, it's true. Like we want to help you. We want to protect you. Like if you just want to go see homes, we'll go see homes with you, and we will be quiet if you want us to be. Like it might take you telling a couple times to Jeff to say, hey, don't say anything. Like I'll get it on the second time. Jeff it might take 3 times.
Yeah, Andrew is sometimes like, and eventually I do get it.
It takes a bat for me, but that's okay.
Heidi says we plan on contacting you to set up meeting and site visit. Yes.
Thank you, Heidi.
Thank you.
And actually, even if let's say you were a local here and you're already here, and you say, yeah, I really want to stop in XYZ neighborhood. Most of the builders will allow us, if we register you, that you can even go in without us sometimes. And we'll just tell you which builders you can and which builders you can't.
Yeah.
But I promise you, we'd rather stop by and say hi and show you the property than be locked out so you can't work with us if you want to. And then if you decide you don't want to work with me, tell me to go away. I'll go away.
Yep. All right, Robin, any final words for tonight?
I do. So, Craig kind of sent a group chat this morning, and I've been thinking about this all day.
I've got my hand on the mute.
Oh.
So, for you buyers who go in unrepresented by a reputable realtor is like chewing a steak without your teeth in.
Doing your own brain surgery.
I mean, yeah.
There you go.
Go into the bathroom without toilet paper.
Don't get me started on toilet paper.
No. Hey, Robin, Mark actually muted me last week.
Oh, you probably deserved it, but that's okay.
I'm not saying I didn't deserve it, but Mark actually pulled rank and muted me. Bless your heart. All right, listen, I'm going to finish with this. If you are not a local and you come down here and somebody says, bless your heart to you, they're not being polite.
No.
It's not a good thing. It's a bad thing.
No.
All right, everybody.
It absolutely is a bad thing.
Thanks for joining tonight. We appreciate you watching and inviting us into your homes and onto your tablets and your phones. We really appreciate being part of the community so that we can learn a little bit more about you and you can learn a little bit more about us and in the Charleston area. We're going to bring back some events in the future. We kind of skipped that the last couple of weeks just because we had full agendas. And then Jeff, I've got an idea for a segment about the community Facebook page. Maybe we could share like a funny or two without revealing names from the community Facebook page so that they can get to know some of these neighborhoods and see they're just like every other neighborhood.
Pick up the poop when you walk your dog.
Yeah. I figure that would be a fun little segment. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay. And we'll keep it clean, unlike other times.
All right.
But there's a QR code that's going to pop up on your screen. Scan that QR code. We'd love to do a Zoom call with you. Until next time, we'll see you later.
See y'all.